We are back, we are back, we are back. Hello, this is Right Mom. On today to do a Leo makeup tutorial and to talk about dating Leos, friendships with Leos, and all the tea in between. Because you guys have already seen so often how at times I put my concealer and all, I'm just gonna skip to the face. So because I have this curly hair set for today, we're gonna do embrace the Leos, tigerness, lioness. What's the difference between tiger and lion? I don't really know. I want to do like a really cool wash of orange color and emphasize the red lip and golden like highlight and all. So we're gonna do that. I'll be right back after I do my eyes. It's because you've seen that so many times. You gotta see my other videos if you want to learn. So the first thing I'm gonna do is actually my eyebrows. I really want to make sure that they are just really long and defined. So I feel like Leos are very flamboyant. I think they have a huge ego, and that can be really fun. That could be quite fun just starting out, because it gives you that kind of like, oh, thorough, you know. And it's cool. It's like a really fun experience. Personally, from dating them, but like after a while, it just becomes like, okay, this is tiring. It's gonna be really tough to find a medium because I have my ways, and I feel like a lot of Leos are just very stubborn and they have their ways. Gold, because I feel like that's kind of what I think Leos are very like eager to become the star of the show. They're just very flamboyant, like they just want to be that star, and very unapologetic about it, which is really dope. So I'm just gonna add some loose powder, not a lot, but I just want to make sure that the under eye is more highlighted than the other ones. So just gonna do like that. And because I'm playing with color, I want to make sure that it won't stay on under my eye. So I'm just gonna do that and leave it there while we do the eye. Yeah, they're really fun, but very stubborn, and there's just a childlike aspect to them, which I appreciate. My father is a Leo, so I've seen this my whole life. Like, it's a charming sort of air to them, and like they can make you laugh, they can be the star of the show, it's all dope. But then like after a while, you really notice that like they want to be the star of the show, and if they're not, then that's an issue. It's a little tough. The ego is a big thing. I really want to emphasize to everyone that you do not have to put liquid foundation on all the time. There's ways for you to get a really even tone if you just examine what's kind of your situation that day, and you just use corrector or concealer. Especially in the summertime, don't do that. Like when you go into the pool or beach, after a while it's gonna be everywhere smeared. Like, you can just use a nice bronzer, contour, a cream contour, and just walk out the door. With powder is also really good tool if you want to look nice, but it's freaking hot outside, which it may be, but who the fuck knows, because it's snowing in New York. Play with different things. Like, liquid doesn't have to come to the party all the time. You can play with powders, you can play with what's that called? You can play with creams, and honestly sometimes they may be better than just putting on that liquid foundation. I look back now and I kind of feel like in the beginning, like, it looks really fun and they seem to be quite characters. I feel like it's a really fun time and experience to like just witness what dating one is, or even having a friend is. Not everyone has these personality traits, and these are crazy generalizations, but we like them, so why not? A fire sign, they're just very like Like when they get angry, they blow up. Just not a good combo with me or any Tauruses, or I think a lot of earth signs. Like we just don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want that right now. There's not a really aggressiveness about them like Aries, like a willingness and like an eagerness to be the center of attention, and that can come off as a little narcissistic. I'm gonna go ahead and use a powder foundation instead, because I feel like that will really give a lot of coverage without just packing on the layers, and it's gonna make, again, don't put too much powder. I have dry skin. The more powder you put on dry skin, the more creasing. We're gonna take this orange color and just start applying right over here. Yeah, Leos are really fun until they're not. And the thing is that they're quite stubborn. I can tell you 100% that it's cute in the beginning, but it's not cute after. It just becomes a little bit weird. I want that wash of color. I want the eyes to be quite glittery and gold with that red lip, because I just think Leos are extra. And I'm actually gonna use a red eyeshadow because the orange is coming out peachy on my skin tone. And so this is becoming a little bit more orangey red. That's the kind of idea I want, because they're fiery. Leo friends kind of encourage you to be a little bit more confident. I enjoy the Leo friends that I have. I think it's a cool thing. And the thing is that they're really good to party with. They really want you to go ham. More tea on my personal experience. It just ended very badly. It ended in a very intense, stubborn fight, because I'm just not one to back down. I just feel so. If you're a Taurus and you want to date Leo, ooh, good luck to you. Good luck to you, my friend. Good luck. Exaggerated Leo look. I want to just add some gold eyeshadow. Sometimes you have to just improvise as you go along. Like, things are not going to look the same as you think they should. The whole idea of this is to have a wash of color. I don't want to add anything else. I want it to look like I have like orange coming out of my eyes, you know? But again, be wary if you want to do more natural looks of going all the way up here. Like, you don't have to do that all the time. To put it on. Ooh, girl. Very, very nice. Using a bigger brush, you can diffuse that with whatever color you want. A very nice neutral tone. The thing about Leos is that I feel like they like the extravagant, they like the aesthetically beautiful stuff. First date was like really extravagant, and like, so I really enjoyed it, because like I like that old-fashioned stuff. But and now I'm gonna actually do halo eyes. Halo eyes are defined as like an accent in the middle of the eye, like this color here, and just do that. See, all the dates are pretty good, but I feel like when you realize that they really are borderline narcissistic, not all of them, but then you kind of realize, ooh, I'm gonna let you go. Not that they were disrespectful, not that they did anything wrong. They needed a little bit more time to really gauge, just gauge like consideration for what the situation was. And yeah, that's it. I'm adding that darker burgundy on the outside and inside. I'm gonna blend that outward. And inward. So now what I'm gonna do is wipe the under eye area. And continue with my under eyes. So because like I want this to be fiery smoky, I'm gonna add in a little cool toned brown gray color here, just underneath. Just use whatever works for your eyes. I think everyone has different eyes. You see that effect? It looks like an eyeliner. It looks like the effect of like a cat eye without having to put on liquid eyeliner. put on some on my lash line. It's subtle, but it's also very effective. And now I'm gonna diffuse that lower eye area with a nice pretty orange, so I'm gonna use this. And you're just diffusing it out so it looks a little bit more smoky, and it connects to your upper area. I hope that people learn from this, if anything you learn, that using your lower lash line makes the look even more intense. It adds a very composite effect instead of just having your top eyelids with eyeshadow. I'm gonna add another layer of that golden silvery look here. The way to date one is just you just gotta be confident. You can't really kid yourself too much, and I think that's gonna help you a lot with dating a Leo. Now I'm going to add some bronzer to give it a very nice warm look. Instead of just like wiping on bronzer, what you can do is pack it on and then blend it out. You pack it on to where you want that shadow to be. Yeah. I have this really pigmented liner from like some Ipsy bag I got before. Little sponge. And slowly, ooh, it's scary, but it actually works. Slowly pack that on, creating a really nice sea kind of vibe. Okay, let me take off Luna. Sorry, Juju. I'm Luna Girl forever though in your eyes. Did I mess up my makeup? It's okay. It's okay, I'll fix it. I did that really pretty golden highlight underneath it, and I blended it out so that it doesn't look very dark. And this one right here is very red, coral toned, and just don't do a lot. Dot, dot, dot. 3 dots, dot, dot, dot. You don't have to put a lot. The highlight and the blush kind of interact with each other to add a nice layer. It's really pretty. I'm just gonna go on the outside of it. I'm gonna take a slightly lighter hue and brush it on. You know this, but brushing it on creates a really nice effect. I'm going to use a brown color, and I'll mix it with those berry tones that I have to create a nice dark burgundy red. The great thing about Leos though is that I think they're very dedicated, motivated, and that can inspire you in the friendship to become more confident, motivated in what you're doing. Same pigment and just line it on the outside. And when you add that liner on, you can just bring it down and blend it in. What to do is to just kind of slowly take it out and take some corrector and just add it on those corners in order to cancel that out. Or foundation or concealer. I think whatever works for it. And all I'm gonna do is block that. I'm gonna add on this like bronze color just in the middle, this lip gloss, like that. I feel like it's not reaching the level that I want it to reach. To give it that extra oomph that I want from the look, I'm gonna take this glitter, pressed glitter area here, on the outside area here. I'm gonna take a really fluffy brush and just blend it out so it could be even. But Leos are very starry, they're very golden. They want to reach for the stars, so we're gonna have that look, and that's the end of the story. In conclusion, I think Leos are really fun. They're great to date. They have a lot of ego, but if you can figure out how to make it an equal balance of attention, it will work out really nicely. I think that's a really cool thing. Ooh, I like this. Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Leo, 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 Leo. I've created a very subdued Leo look In conclusion, Leos are fun to date. They have a lot of personality, and I feel like as a Taurus it was a fun experience because it teaches you some confidence. It also is just like kind of fun, but in the long term they have a lot of ego and who. But if you can manage that, I think you got a pretty cool, lively thing going on. If you like this channel, subscribe and like and comment below which is the next look that you want, and I'll be back.